Offbeat Intros is a section of the show devoted to learning more about the artist. The YouTube channel is to promote the show. If you'd like to hear full songs, please use one of the links in the video description to listen to the full show.
This is Offbeat.
This is Offbeat.
I am fortunate now to have a talented set of twins on the line at the moment, first featuring on Offbeat Reggae Radio on episode 20, actually almost exactly a year ago. I'm so pleased to be able to chat to them now. Jacopo and Lorenzo Garzia of the band Mellow Mood. Hello, how are you?
Hello, sir. Good morning.
Are you well?
Yes, we are. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm very well, thank you. I'm very well. Well, it's weird times for the past year, hasn't it been? But you know, coping as well as expected.
All right, that's what we have to do.
Exactly. So what I wanted to do in Offbeat Intros today was to find out a little bit more about Mellow Mood itself. I've had a look through your bio, but I was hoping to speak about how the band started and find out, in your own words, how it kicked off and maybe catch us up to date.
Okay, well, you see, it's very easy. It's a very common story somehow. It all clicked many moons ago. I can't remember exactly. I think we were something like 13 years old, something like that. And our mom was singing Bob Marley's song. She was actually singing, I don't know if she was humming the melody or something like that. And we really fell in love with the melody. And so then we asked our parents to get us a Bob Marley album. And they did so. That's when it all clicked. Especially Jacopo realized he could somehow replicate that type of sound and melody. And that's how we started. And then, you know, the other members of the band, they were just like schoolmates or people that really lived very close to us, just like nearby. So it was just a bunch of guys, you know, with a passion for music, playing music together.
Now, your bio doesn't actually mention any specific band members at this stage. Is it still the people that you went to school with, or is it changeable these days?
Some of them are actually the only one I think that's still here from the beginning is our bass player Giulio, and the rest of them kind of changed through the years. It happens it's like that. People come and people go.
Yep, this is true. People's priorities are different, aren't they?
They are. Yeah. It's natural. It's okay.
So from the point of you starting off and then coming through to today, we're talking about many festivals, many single releases. Are there any standout moments for you?
With no doubt, the single called Dancing in Babylon, which was released in 2009, I think, was a turning point for us. I mean, it was a great moment because it's still today our biggest song. And it's something that we kind of didn't expect it like that. We didn't expect the song to go that viral. And the video too. So yeah, but I don't know. I think each album we release as its big tune, put it this way. Because, for example, we have, I think, another turning point for us was In a Jamaica featuring Richie Campbell, was a big tune. Regarding the festivals, I think our performances at Rotterdam Sunsplash always mark a great moment. I would say also performing in London was kind of interesting, actually. For example, because of the Jamaican community you have in the UK. So, yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. Now, the video for Dance in the Babylon, your bio needs updating. It says 50 million views. You're actually at 55 now.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, we don't always update. Yes, we will have to.
I think we've had enough chat for the time being at the moment. If you would be so kind, would you mind introducing your first song?
Yeah, Mr. Grover, right? Featuring Kabaka Pyramid. It's a massive tune. It has a very important message, and it has a very heavy bass line. And that's how we like it.
Mellow Mood, it is Mr. Global along with Kabaka Pyramid, released in February 2020. That song with Kabaka Pyramid, how did that come about?
The song is kind of old, I would say. I mean, I don't know how many years it's up, but I remember I brought the hook at least 3 years ago. I think so. The collaboration just came up naturally because, you know, we're friends with Kabaka. We met each other, I think, first time at Rotterdam Sunsplash in Spain in 2014. Maybe a few years ago, 30 years ago. Then we met each other again in Italy as touring artists. We meet each other several times at festivals in Europe. So, you know, we have this friendship. We have ideas we share with each other. And so I remember I just thought, why not? So I sent him a message and he said, for sure. And that's it.
That's it? That easy?
Well, very easy, yeah, actually, yes. And he liked the song when I first sent him, because I sent him, I think, only the hook the first time. And he said, yes, I'm down. So it was easy, yeah. easy work.
Very cool. In the past, you've been named as Best Italian Reggae Band by the festival that you've mentioned already, Rotom Sunsplash. It made me wonder about the highs of your career so far. You've mentioned that you had Dance in the Babylon go viral, which is fantastic. Does anything else stand out that's worth a mention?
Yeah, I think, as he was saying, I would say that the other tune that went really viral was In a Jamaica featuring Richie Campbell. I mean, you see, we are not the type of band who gets played a lot by sound systems. For example, we never really entered that world, unfortunately, even if we would love to. But I think people enjoy our live performances. I think that's what really kept us where we are throughout the years. I think it was the way we were able to deliver our music live on a stage. But in terms of tunes that are very big, obviously it's Dance in the Babylon, and then I would say yes, it must be In a Jamaica featuring Richie Campbell.
Cool, okay. When reading through your biography, I was getting a bit worked up and excited by seeing that you've worked with Tanya Stevens, Jar 9, Empress Sativa, Collie Buddz, only to mention a few. How did you find working with such reggae talent?
Well, you see, it depends. So, for example, Tanya Stevens, and man, if you haven't listened to that tune, listen. What Tanya did on our tune is insane. Her verse is just one of the wickedest verses I've ever heard in my life. Unfortunately, the song didn't really stood out, but I'm thinking about remixing it. Anyways, so with Tanya, it was just like we have this friend in Jamaica, and he just basically reached out to her from us, and that was it. And then we actually met her after. I think we met her like 1 or 2 years after the tune was already out. And she's a lovely, lovely human being. With Janine, we are friends. You know, we also toured Italy together. Our band was her backing band for a couple gigs here. And so we're just friends. And with Sativa, so Sativa is interesting because we have this friend in Jamaica. And he's a guy, he's a singer too. His name is Damas. And many years ago, he was the one, suggesting me all the upcoming artists from Jamaica, yeah? And he was the one who said, look, check out this guy. He's going to be the next big thing. And it was Chronix. And he was right. And I was like, I don't know, because there was no material online from Chronix back then. But he was damn right. And he also sent me this SoundCloud page from Empress Sativa. She had, I think, 2 tunes online, and I listened to those tunes, and I was like, okay, this is something. And then we went to Jamaica, we met her, and basically that's how it all came about.
The way that it all works is fantastic, and also I must admit, I think I'd personally find it a bit weird to have a song working with somebody, because everything can be done remotely now, and obviously the past year it's had to be. Meeting them 2 years later, is that strange?
No, it's not strange. So the vast majority of our collaboration happened the way I just told you. So we are friends. First, there's friendship. We know each other, and then we collaborate. But it's also true that a lot of collaborations happen the other way. Like you just know the artist because you love the artist, and you just reach out and you have to do it. You live in 2 different countries. It's not weird. Look, for example, right now we are working on more collaborations, and they are happening that way. Like we cannot even travel, and some of these people, we don't really know them. We just rate them as artists and singers. So the good thing is that at least after 2 years, you met the people. Because if you never even meet them, and you never really get the chance to discuss, like, did you like the song? At least that discussion, it's something that should happen sooner or later, I think. Yeah.
So the next single is out right now. If you would be so kind, could you introduce it for me, and maybe we'll have a chat about it afterwards?
Absolutely. So the new release is called Laser Sight. We are currently working in the studio trying to cook up a lot of music. This one was one of the latest tunes that we were working on. It was very natural. We lay down the rhythm, lay down the vocals, and it was basically ready. It's a tune that talks about hope, I think, and also that talks about the fact that we have to stay very focused in these times and have laser sights to see through things and make it through.
So it's the current song from Mellow Mood on Offbeat Reggae Radio at Laser Sight. Tell us, what's the song about? What spurred you to write it?
All this new music was written during the lockdown. We were writing a lot of music, and this song is about, to be quite honest, part of the lyrics were written way before. I wrote them something like 2 years ago. So basically, the last couple of years, I've been through a lot of tough tests in life. And then obviously the pandemic and the lockdowns were a tough test, and they're still a tough test for all of us. And so it was just like we found ourselves writing a lot of music about gratitude, I would say. Somehow when you're feeling down the most, that's when you're also feeling grateful the most. Does it make sense? So this tune is just about keeping the focus on your goals, and you will make it through. It doesn't matter, the circumstances, as long as you have this laser sight to see through things, to see through events.
Understood. Well, it's a brilliant song. I've actually been... As I said, about a year ago, I discovered Mellow Mood for myself and featured it on the show immediately because I loved it. You have a fan in me, and if people haven't picked up from that show, hopefully they have from this one, and you've gained a few new followers there. I do hope so. I think you're very, very good. What we want to do now, though, is talk about somebody else that you think is very, very good. Either an influence or music that you wanted to share with the Offbeat audience. Can you tell us, what did you choose and why?
All right. The song is called Nuraka Style by Forlock. Forlock is a friend of us. We've been working together for years now. I think we know each other for, since 10 years, more, 11, I don't know. But we're very close. And we've been working on different projects. He has a band called Arawak. We chose this song, Nuraka Style, because in this song he's actually talking about his personal relationship with his own place, his island, which is called Sardinia Island. I bet you know. Very beautiful island. We met each other there. It's a beautiful song, and I think it's beautiful the way he laid down his love for his place.
I've noticed as well that it's got Paolo Baldini involved, who you have also worked with previously and for a long time.
Sure. Paolo is our producer and dub master since day one. We've been working with him all our songs, all our albums. He's also Forlock's producer and dub master. We have a project we work together which is called Paolo Baldini Dub Files. It's a more dub vibe. When we talk about Forlock and Paolo, let's say it's a one thing, it's family vibes.
Let's get it on then. Nuraka Style, Forlock, Arawak and Paolo Baldini Dub Files.
Yeah!
It is the chosen song from Mellow Mood. It sent me down a very enjoyable rabbit hole, and I think that music from Paolo Baldini and Forlock are likely to feature on the show a fair bit more from this point onwards. So I thank you for sharing.
Oh, that's great.
Now, before we leave, or rather before you pop off, is there anything that you'd like to mention?
Yes, there is. We recently launched a new project on YouTube. It's a podcast, and it's called Bear Chatting. So the first one was with Kabaka Pyramid, second one with Million Styles. It's basically just me and Jacopo just sitting down around the table and just video calling these friends and fellow artists, and we just talk and chat for 1 hour. We talk about music, we talk about life, we talk about politics, whatever, we talk about everything. Also, we go through all the hot topics of nowadays world. So it's very interesting, and go check it out.
Okay, lovely. So do they just search for Mellow Mood podcast on YouTube and you'll turn up?
It's on our YouTube page. Otherwise, just type in Bear Chattings and you will find it.
Nice and easy. If you want to find out anything more about Mellow Mood, you can go to mellowmoodmusic.com. Alternatively, because you have been on Offbeat Intros and are therefore a featured artist, you will get your own page on the Offbeat Reggae Radio Show website as well. It will include images, your bio, videos, and also little snippet album listener boxes from Apple as well that I tend to shove on the page. So loads of information for people to find out more about Mellow Mood from offbeatreggae.com.
Thank you. That's really appreciated.
Can I please say, Jacopo and Lorenzo, thank you so much for talking to me today. It's been incredibly interesting, and I really appreciate it.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having us, bro. It was nice.